All right, here we are on a beautiful Meridian, Idaho day. Slightly breezy, so I'll speak up over the speaker. Very nice, 1937 Ford Tudor Bustle-Back sedan street rod. We're gonna walk around, tell you about it like we usually do. This is a nice car that you can definitely enjoy driving. Affordable level hot rod, nicely done, all steel. Finished in a, I'll probably get run out of the street here. Black cherry metallic or a candy Cabernet style color, brandy wine, so it's along the burgundy lines. We'll have some photos of it in the sun at our website for you to take a really good look. Cruise around and tell you about it like we usually do. Sitting on a factory style chassis, mildly updated chassis engineering, suspension components in the rear, leaf springs, parallel leaf springs in the rear, Curry 9-inch rear differential, has 4-wheel power disc brakes on it. Nice upgrades up front too. It's got fully independent front suspension, TCI, tubular control arms. Has we'll get it up on the lift here for you. We actually were able to get a lift in the middle of it here where we'll get that done for you. Tubular control arms, power rack and pinion steering, so 4-wheel power disc brakes, power steering, rack and pinion. Nice little list of stuff. Early vintage lenses up front, 37 Ford. Mild modifications to it. The door handles here have been shaved and had a smooth or flush fit door handles fit. I believe those are out of a Honda. Sport mirrors, finished body color here. You can kind of catch a glimpse of the metallic in it. This is a power factory cowl vent. Has the full hood sides on it. Nice pinstriping, old school pinstriping, dual along the belt line there. They've eliminated the typical hood release here, and it's a manual release inside, hood cable release. Step back and let you take a look. Good look, good feel, good car to drive. We drove it. Long trek up here to Boise out of Lake Havasu. Again, this is all steel. Built about 20 years ago or so, I guess. It's not perfect. It's not 100% brand new, but it's definitely something that you're looking at it too, like I am. Some minor paint flaws. You really can't even see them. They're near the door handle. Inside here, finished in all leather with a CD audio system in it. A lot of power little goodies on it. Power windows, front power windows. CD player up here, the power cowl vent we talked about. Raise it up there for you. Nice little console with a gated shifter that's easy to operate. It's just got a release on it. Power window switch here. These are fully adjustable seats. I don't know what they're out of, but they're very comfortable seats in it. This seat slides forward enough. Under console, under dash panels here. There's a neat little sheet that tells you how operational. They put shoulder restraints for the driver and passenger, so safety. Seat belts in the back for passengers or grandkids. Kind of car that just about anybody can drive, really. That drives nice and quiet, not overdone. Ford and a Ford. 302 Ford V8 underneath the hood. Automatic overdrive transmission. Again, we mentioned the pinstriping along the belt lines. It has a power antenna right here, flush fit. It's a Bustle-Back sedan. A lot of folks will call them a humpback sedan. It gives you an extra trunk room. They were meant more for touring. A little breezy. Recessed license plate frame here. Shortened 37 taillight stanchions. Shortened bumper irons here. Breeze picking up on me here. Leaves falling in Idaho. Kind of a pretty scene. Probably going to have a car full of leaves here in a minute. Get you inside here out of the wind. Go ahead and fire it up here. Starts up instantly. Power steering like we talked about. Sony AM FM audio. There's speakers in the kick panels here. We never turn them on. It has vintage heat and air. The speedometer is going through its test right now of the series. You can see it sweeping. Roll up the windows here. Rolling up the passenger side window. Driver's side for you. The gauges, we'll go over the gauges here with you. Fuel tank is full. He drives this car. Definitely, like we talked about, run around. It's had, since it was built, 25,255 miles on it, which tells you it can be driven. Tachometer working. Oil gauge is reading about 65 pounds. It's charging at 14 volts. Get out and let you hear it run here. The trunk and the, forgot to cover that when I was going around, have a power release button, so they're released from the inside. A pop-up fuel door and a pop-up trunk. That short little clip we thought we'd share the outside sitting in the sun. You can see it on the side here and get an idea for the color in the sun. Catch all the metallic in it. There you go. Alright, we'll get you underneath the hood here. He's recently went through and did a new radiator in it. Has a serpentine fan belt drive. It's a Ford 302 V8. Nice to have a Ford in a Ford. Has an automatic overdrive transmission. Has an Edelbrock Performer intake manifold with Edelbrock carburetor on it. Has short tube coated headers, power steering on the Mustang 2 front suspension. You can see it there. Here's the VIN tag on the firewall right here. Nice little 37 with scrolling. Aluminum Motorsport dress on the engine. High amp alternator. It has air conditioning, power steering. Air conditioning receiver dryer over here is nice billet receiver dryer. Wire separators. Electric choke. Fire it up here for you. We have has a hood prop rod right here, but this is just so I could get the hood higher, the stick. See, the bottom side of the hood is finished nicely. Fire it up there. Runs very smooth. Likes them nice and quiet. It has full-size mufflers on it. All right, we got this 37 up on the lift here for you. I wanted to cover it for you so you got a good feel. Has a upgraded 17-gallon fuel tank. It's a poly tank in the back here. Talked during the walk around. It has 4-wheel power disc brakes. Does have an emergency brake. Does have a 9-inch rear differential. Spec sheet calls it a Curry. It could be based on the rear housing here. Dual exhaust exits out the back, stabilizer bar. This car's got about 25,000 miles on the odometer. We followed him over here. You can definitely drive this car about 30 minutes to get to the lift here. I've already done the exterior photo shoot, so I'm doing this post. Back here, electric fuel pump, fuel filter. This is a chassis engineering parallel leaf springs in the back. You buy this kit, bolts to the chassis here. They split the bones on them, and then there's a chassis support here. It has had floor pans done in the back here. Yeah, right. But this is for the seat belts. They're attached, and it has shoulder restraints too, so I'm sure they reinforced the pillars up there. There's a trans cooler back here. The exhaust stays up high through the frame. Has a Willwood billet master cylinder on it. I think this brake conversion, those are GM calipers up front, but they're a conversion caliper set that you buy for an application like this. But GM style calipers up front, you can see the pins, the Allen pins there. Has TCI independent front suspension, adjustable coilovers up front, tubular control arms, upper and lower, mini high torque starter, small block 302, back up just a minute here. This is a Ford AOD, they're a metric automatic overdrive. Nice and dry underneath. He's been driving it and inside of the fenders are coated with a heavy thick coating to keep it from getting rock stars on it.
He contacted me and called me several times, tried to get me to lower the price.
You feel here, we'll do a little bird's eye walk around, but we'll return here.
He was bummed out because I didn't have air conditioning in the car. And I told him, I said, well, you know, I don't
Anyway, there you go. We got it up on the lift here, do the little bird's eye, I call it a bird's eye anyway.
you know, I said, I just
235/70 R15s in the rear here.
need it, you know. So anyway, he
Date code on the back here, I don't see it on this side. 2014 date code here.
first thing that happened was the door for
All steel. Up front here, these are, I'll get them here. These are 205 15s, 65 R15s. Date codes in the front are 17th week of 2013. Rubber's good, but if you're on date codes, then tires would, for this would be very reasonable.
He loves it.
Chrome plated wheels, factory style running boards.
I've seen you posted that out of that build you ever been.
It's the most rewarding